It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Oh, man.
Hi, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm polishing Chet.
You're polishing, did you say Chet?
Yeah,
Well, what is Chet?
Chet's my car.
You named your car?
Yeah, everybody names their cars.
You named your car Chet and everybody names their cars. This is new to me. Okay. Hello everybody and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this adventure across the East, which is going to involve naming of cars today apparently. We have a big show in store for you. Before we get to that, let me tell you how you can find the show. We're at WNCT.com under the East Daily Download tab. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you're getting really adventurous, you can go to the WNCT app and find us there on the East Daily Download tab on the app. We have a big show in store for you. Here's what's ahead. 10 p.m. anchor Angie Casada will join us for Q&A with AQ. We take a look at the new CBS courtroom drama All Rise. We continue our look behind the scenes of WNCT-9 First Alert Weather's coverage of Hurricane Dorian. And if all that wasn't enough, WNCT-9 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jerry Jackson introduces us to this week's Weather Kid. So let's do that. And we're also going to learn about naming cars.
Now downloading Weather Kids.
Our weather kid this week is Addison Reinhardt. Even though she's only in kindergarten, she breezed through the green screen like a pro.
If it's green, it's going to be light rain. If it's going to be red, it's going to be heavy rain.
Addison sees a lot of weather up close because she loves playing outdoors.
Sometimes I go to Goose Creek State Park, or I go to swimming area.
She also has a pet dog named Bodie. He does pretty good in storms.
He all the time sleeps.
So he even sleeps when the weather's bad? Just slept right through it. Didn't even scare him. Wow.
Addison also enjoys cooking with her grandmother.
Brownies and sometimes cupcakes.
As you can see, Addison is fearless, and we welcome her to our Weather Kids family. Now, if your child would like to become a WNCT-9 First Alert Weather Kid, send me an email to jjackson@WNCT.com, and I'll explain how everything works. For the WNCT-9 on your side, First Alert Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Jackson. Class dismissed. When the parents look at this and they see the kids on television, they think, oh, I would love to have my kid, but I'm a little bit scared to bring them on TV. When we shoot Weather Kids, it's not live. We don't put them in a high-pressure environment. It doesn't matter what their skill set is. We will guide them. We will show them where to stand. If they mess up, we've got plenty of time. We can do it over. We take our time to make them feel comfortable and to get it done right.
If your child is interested in being on Weather Kids, email Jerry at jjackson@WNCT.com.
Jerry does a good job. He lets you know when something is finna transpire. I have the app on my phone and the radar on my phone. It helps me know when a storm is coming up. One moment I really appreciated was when Hurricane Florence was about, and the way Jerry really let you know what was going to happen. That was one moment that made my decision for us to leave town. Craven County, we got hit bad. I just wanted to say y'all continue to do what you're doing.
Now downloading Wacky Wednesday.
Rub those eyes again. Yep, those are buff, bare-chested baristas, ready to give you your morning wake-up of coffee. Seattle coffee stand Dream Boys Espresso is making your morning Joe a little hotter.
They're in these kind of like brief bikinis, and they're all very good-looking young men.
The stand used to employ bikini baristas, but closed because of a lack of business. That's when male shirtless servers were suggested. So now you can get your coffee with cream, sugar, and a little entertainment. Some stranded dolphins are doing just swimmingly now. The dolphins got stuck in a St. Petersburg, Florida canal and didn't leave on their own when the tide went out. So a human chain was formed to make sounds and vibrations in the water, guiding the dolphins back out to the Riviera Bay. And there's nothing better than being greeted by a pink rainbow unicorn as you get off the school bus. 6-year-old Madison ran with open arms straight to her mom, dressed up in the unicorn costume. Now, the two are dressing up as unicorns for Halloween, so when Mom's costume came a little bit early in the mail, she decided to rock the bus stop with it as a surprise for her little girl. Talk about a great way to end the school day. For Take a Look at This, I'm Britt Conway.
Welcome back to the East Daily Download here in Eastern North Carolina CW. About to hit the road in just a second, but first I want to tell you that we have a Q&A with AQ just about to come. Just a minute, just give that a second and we'll get to that. Also, we have the new CBS courtroom drama, All Rise, we're going to take you behind the scenes of. And, hold on a second. Hey, what's up?
Thought of a name for your car yet?
No, I haven't even really given it a lot of thought. I'm not really sure that it needs a name. You think it needs a name?
All cars need names, yeah.
Car needs a name. Well, do you have any ideas?
Let me think about it.
Cool, that's great. Anyway, right now what we're going to do is go behind the scenes of the WNCT-TV First Alert Weather Team's coverage of Hurricane Dorian and show you how they made the decisions and what the coverage was. Really cool behind the scenes stuff. Let's do that, okay?
Hey everyone, I'm Angie Quesada out here with live Hurricane Dorian coverage. We've been going all around Beaufort County, and I just want to kind of give you guys some insight on how it's been and what we've been experiencing and just how it is behind the scenes. We've been doing actually 12-hour shifts, and we've been doing nonstop wall-to-wall coverage, so it's been a little different. One thing I love is seeing even the town of Washington. After they got hit with Florence, it was remarkable to see how they flourished and pushed to like move forward, and seeing them go through what they went through with Florence and then seeing them just take on and move forward has been amazing. I'm laughing because the rain is starting to push a little bit harder. So this is what we deal with. These are their conditions, right? Shout out to Mother Nature and God, but it's absolutely beautiful. Waterfront out here in winter, I can't even think right now because it's so cold. I feel like I'm taking a cold shower. The water is just moving. Everything's like every tone of gray. It looks like a movie and it's surreal, but we get to bring you this live coverage and it's amazing. It's an honor to be able to serve the community like Eastern North Carolina and bring you everything that's going down. And let me tell you, ENC, I'm one of your biggest fans. I love you, North Carolinians. I'm not from here, but I fell in love with the people because you guys have been through some of the toughest storms in the past few years. Just even the 2 years that I've been here, with Matthew, with Florence, I've seen it firsthand, and I'm just such a fan of you. Again, this theme of this hurricane is resiliency, and I just love the fact that you guys keep fighting and you're doing it together. Angie Quesada, East Daily Download, baby. Hurricane Dorian.
This is a show about real people, real stories, real world advice.
Your tools are saving my family.
I felt like I believed in myself for the first time in a long time.
I want to teach people the power that's locked inside them.
Oh my God.
And unleash it and live the life they've always dreamt of.
Go get what you want, go get what you want.
Mel Robbins has changed my life, and she does need to be on television.
This one in particular.
Forester Jason Denham is fighting an invasion that's killing trees across the Northeast.
We're looking for a teensy tiny little black pepper speck with a fringe of white around it right now.
The hemlock woolly adelgid is hard to see with the naked eye.
Not out on the needle, but right near the base.
But the tiny invasive species of insect is having a gigantic impact from Georgia to Maine, threatening delicate ecosystems that rely on the hemlock tree.
How bad has the problem gotten?
So right now, hemlock woolly adelgid is present in about half of New York State.
From the hemlock woolly adelgid to the emerald ash borer to the mountain pine beetle, invasive insects are killing large swaths of our nation's forests. And according to a new report, extreme weather events linked to climate change, like droughts and flooding, make the problem even worse.
that becomes an additional stress on those trees, and they are more likely to succumb and die when they're infested. Eventually they rot, and that carbon dioxide is released back into the atmosphere.
A recent study from Purdue University shows invasive pests kill so many trees each year, it's equal to 5 million car emissions. The study also estimates that, if unchecked, invasive insects could eventually kill off a staggering 41% of trees in the continental U.S. Denham and teams at the New York Department of Environmental Conservation are doing what they can to save the trees, spraying insecticides and releasing natural enemies of the insects. It's a high-stakes battle.
There will still be life here when these hemlock trees are gone, but it won't be the same place.
He hopes to prevent a shattering blow to the habitat for the countless species living in the shade of the hemlocks. Tom Hansen, CBS News, Ulster County, New York.
If your business would like to be featured in our new show, The East Daily Download, contact Joe Bullard at 252-355-8520 or jbullard@WNCT.com today and watch The East Daily Download weekdays at 7 on Eastern North Carolina CW. Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download. Still to come, we're going to do Q&A with AQ. Angie Casada is going to be here answering your questions. But right now what we want to do is we want to go behind the scenes of the new CBS show, All Rise. It's a courtroom drama. Let's take a look. Hey, you figured out a name yet?
I'm still working on it, broski.
And I guess we'll have a name for our car shortly as well. Okay, let's do this.
Counting the days.
You hate judges.
No, you hate judges.
You still think most of them are out of touch with the real world.
Because none of them look like me, or her, or him, or her.
All Rise follows the lives, personal relationships, and work experiences of the clerks, the bailiffs, the lawyers, and the judges within the LA judicial system.
I need to see the evidence. We're going to trial.
Lola Carmichael is a dedicated, fierce lawyer who is quickly promoted to a judge.
Mark has what I think is a really lovely relationship with Lola. They worked side by side and were very close as friends for a lot of years as prosecutors, and now she is a judge. They have a really nice rapport together.
One of those coffees for me?
Nope. I need them both to fight crime.
I think that Judge Benner sees a little bit of her younger self in Lola, which is why I think she's championed her as to become the newest Superior Court judge.
Are you high? Okay, listen up. You are not Seth Rogen, and I am not your sidekick.
Emily Lopez is very passionate and committed public defender.
Miss Lopez, you can have my spot.
Emily's relationship with Luke Watkins is a mystery.
He's been watching her for the last 2-3 years. You know, she's way, way out of his league. He's a bailiff.
We call you the Lola Coaster.
Are you serious?
Sherry is a very established judicial assistant. Now Sherry has to teach Lola the ropes.
Lawyers will update you on the case status. You'll give them another court date. Boom.
I've been in court before. I know how this works.
You think you know, but you don't. Not yet.
I think we all recognize is a rare opportunity for a woman, let alone an African-American woman, to step up and be a judge.
These characters are what makes this show sing, and it's a really fun drama to watch because although it is serious, it does have lots of moments of humor.
So this is how it all went down. When I was a kid, my mom would always say, Kelly, you talk to everybody. It's like every day's the Kelly Clarkson show. Then the other day, I'm in the studio asking a lot of questions, and my engineer says, what is this, like the Kelly Clarkson show? Then I'm at a play date where the super cool mom says, you should totally have a show. And I'm like, shut up, but in like a nice way. And then her daughter, who's like the cutest thing ever, says, it's like there's always been a Kelly Clarkson show, but now it's on TV. And I'm like, totally.
The Kelly Clarkson Show.
Yes, there are challenges racially here in Greenville and Pitt County, as there are throughout the country.
The city of Greenville is trying to make an effort to address those challenges through the city's Human Relations Committee.
So it's really exciting because these are positive, concrete ways that we are finding out a lot about this diverse community that we need to pay more attention to.
Wednesday night, the committee continued its dialogue about challenges in the community. People from all over Greenville came to the table to share ideas, connect, and learn more about one another.
We take everything seriously. We are a human relations council, and what that means is we work for the community. So, and we're part of the community ourselves. So, whatever they want, we want to try to implement it, and that is what the whole purpose of this is. And we want to take action and make sure that these ideas come out into action.
But these meetings came out of concern.
And the genesis of tonight's meeting really happened as a result of the rally in July that unfortunately put Greenville not just on a national map, but on a worldwide map.
Over 70 ideas were shared and documented during the first meeting. And throughout this second meeting, the participants narrowed down the ideas and brainstormed ways to make them reality.
There's so many different possibilities. How could we just zoom in on maybe 2 or 3 things that are doable and say we're going to continue asking the question, where do we go from here? So that we'll be at this for a long time.
Welcome to the end. If we win this, we're free. Hey, Casper! It looks like a woman in white.
We sent her to hell years ago.
She could be back now.
If she's back, they'd all be back.
It's just us.
You and me versus every soul in hell. I like those odds.
We got work to do.
Hey everyone, it's Angie Casada for Q&A with AQ, where you, the viewers, get to send me some amazing questions about anything. It could be about ENC, it could be about my personal life, it could be about WNCT, but we're here to answer your questions. So please, again, we want to encourage you to send in your questions via email to download@WNCT.com. Well, let's get started. The first question we received was, what was it like covering Hurricane Dorian? Well, it was actually my first time ever covering a hurricane outdoors in the elements. Shout out to my photag, John, who works with the East Daily Download. He's amazing. We went out there to Beaufort County to cover the effects of Hurricane Dorian. Now, it was a little crazy, but it was definitely fun. It was different. You know, I'm usually working in-house, and I had the chance to go back to my roots when I started my career and be out in the elements and report. So it was pretty intense. And again, it was 12-hour shifts. So yeah, you can only imagine. What was the most unexpected thing that happened while you were covering Hurricane Dorian? All right, this might be TMI, too much information, but I'm gonna be completely honest. You know, so we left at like 9 o'clock in the morning. I think I had a coffee or something. I used the restroom before leaving, and then we had this 12-hour shift, and we were out and about going to different cities all throughout and towns throughout Beaufort County. And then it hit me, I was with another reporter, that I didn't use the restroom the entire day. Now, I know that's unexpected, but it's just so random. I guess maybe the adrenaline or something just kind of being like on the move. I completely forgot that I needed to use the restroom until like the very end when the hurricane was actually like right on our coast. How did this hurricane compare to others you have covered or been through? Well, I'm from Florida, so I've been through several hurricanes, and then nothing's, it's very different when you're actually going through the hurricane as just a regular resident or you're covering it in the news world. So like I said, I covered Florence here in Eastern North Carolina, and I was in-house. So I was over social media, and I was pretty much gathering all the videos and photos that you, the viewers, were sending while the hurricane was happening and the aftermath and all of that good stuff. So this year, well, Dorian, I was able to actually go out and cover the elements and actually be out in the mix of the madness, feeling the winds, the rain, and all that it brings. So Yeah, it was definitely different. Yeah, but we're gonna wrap it up right there. Again, I wanna encourage you, the viewers, to send me questions, okay? We're doing this every week. I love hearing from you. Ask me questions about events that are happening in ENC, random questions that you just think of in the world that you're wondering. Send them to me. I would love to hear from you. Again, via email at download@WNCT.com. Angie Quesada, East Daily Download.
This isn't the story I expected to be telling.
3 years ago, when Batman mysteriously disappeared, it divided Gotham.
Crows represent order, security.
The Crows are not the hero of this story, Gotham. I want to take power.
You take after your cousin, your female Bruce Wayne.
Wayne security. Step away from the desk.
You were seriously not supposed to know what's down there.
I need you to fix his suit.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be, when it fits a woman.
Do you feel safe?
Get these people out of here now.
What are you doing?
The Crows aren't able to. Some see fear, others hope. I see the freedom to be myself, to play by my own rules.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the East Daily Download. As always, we appreciate you being with us. Thank you so much for being here. Hey there.
Hey.
What's going on? What's the verdict? Did you come up with a name?
Yes.
What is that?
Ed.
Ed. Why Ed?
East Daily Download.
It's actually pretty good. Well, everyone, we'd like to introduce you to Ed, the new vehicle for the East Daily Download. We hope to see you again here tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate it, and have a good rest of your day. We're going to take Ed for a little cruise now. See you later. Bye-bye. Thursday, when we hit the road for the next edition of the East Daily Download, our Kelsey O'Donnell takes us into the world of archery. We take a look at the new movie Downton Abbey. We continue our behind-the-scenes look of what goes into covering a hurricane. And Angie Quesada will introduce us to a child looking for a loving home. So join us on Thursday for an all-new The East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.